There we go. Now we got sound. Oh boy, all right. There we go. Now we got sound. So, yeah, the new playthrough is gonna be American McGee's Alice. Not Madness Returns. I am gonna do that. I'm gonna do more of that. But I'm gonna be playing American McGee's Alice inside of Madness Returns. So, if audio's all good, which it looks like from the looks of my stats on OBS, then I will go ahead and move down to American McGee's Alice, and we'll switch inputs over to the game, which means I will not be able to see OBS. So hopefully everything works just fine. I hope. I'll turn the game up just a tiny bit, just in case. So let me go ahead and get my stream manager all set up so I can watch the chat. Oops, that's not my stream manager. There we go. All right, and let's get this going. So the thing that I have found, so I've played a little bit of this game. I have not played a ton of it yet. It has a tendency to fall apart on the PlayStation 3. It's very clear this is a PC game and not a console game, first and foremost. So it does have some issues on console. However, I just really don't want to give EA my money. And so I bought this I bought this PS3 copy of it on eBay. So I did not directly give EA my money for this game, but nonetheless. Okay, so here's American McGee's Alice. Check out the settings. We got game options. Yep, that's an early 3D PC game character for sure. Sensitivity, I think I liked it up just a little bit. I'll have to remember. But we'll figure that out when we get into the game. Audio. Yeah, that stuff's all fine. This game is not particularly dark, so I don't have to worry about that. And controls. Alt attack, attack. Got it, I remember. This game is like almost like a shooter game. It's kind of weird. Very different than Madness Returns. Overwrite the existing autosave. Yes, I guess so. Alright, because I'm doing this on stream and I'm going to be talking about it, and the main idea is to get into Madness Returns, I think I'm actually going to play this game on easy mode. The goal is going to be to just try to plow through it, and talk about things on the way. I just don't want the, I don't know, the fiddly controls, which are not great, to stomp me. But I don't know, maybe let's just go medium for now, and if it becomes just a drag, then I'll do easy mode. There's just a couple of places that are just fiddly, that are not that are not exactly conducive to great gameplay. But like I said, I have not beaten the game. I've gotten pretty far into it, just enough to know that there's those segments to watch out for.
It's time for the tea party. I've got one. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Wake up, Alice! Wake up!
Mom? Dad? Alice? Mom! Father? Get out, Alice!
Save yourself, Alice! Get out of the house!
That stare.
Maybe that old rabbit will bring her around.
Having a great time, I see.
Save us, Alice!
There's some things in this game, as well as the second, which show their age as far as, you know, things that at one time people considered the height of spookiness. Sort of like, you know, I don't know, kind of spooky. I wouldn't even go as far as to say horror tropes, but just kind of spooky thing tropes of like kids in the hallway, you know, all the typical little spooky tricks that people use. The talking doll, all that.
Please don't dawdle, Alice. We're very late indeed.
You've gone quite mangy, cat, but your grin's a comfort.
And you've picked up a bit of an attitude, still curious and willing to learn, I hope.
Wonderland's become quite strange. How is one to find her way?
As knowing where you're going is preferable to being lost, ask. Rabbit knows a thing or two, and I myself don't need a weather vane to tell which way the wind blows. Let your need guide your behavior. Suppress your instinct to lead. Pursue, Rabbit.
Okay, here we go. So that was kind of one of the things that I commented on in the first bit of Madness Returns that I played, was that some of the character designs I don't always know that they work. It works actually a little better in this game, where this feels a bit like the I don't know, late GameCube kind of era graphics. Of course, they look a bit nicer because they were intended for PC and all that. But some of those character designs things work better because of their age. But this is definitely of its time. These animations.
The asylum. Is there no joy here?
Slavery and happiness do not lie in the same house.
When the path is problematical, consider a leap of faith. Ride the wind.
Okay, so this is mostly, I believe, I think it's almost entirely a linear game. There's not really any returning.
Stir up no trouble, stranger. The Red Queen's agents are ruthless.
I'm not afraid of her or her creatures. Never was, really. You should stand up to them.
Defiance is useless. While the Queen reigns, only death can release us from this misery.
Or her death, I suppose.
Meta-essence is the life force of Wonderland. That of your enemies is especially potent. Collect what you can. Use it wisely.
Yeah, so a little bit edgy here. Watch out. Might hurt yourself. But yeah, so Alice is not afraid of anything. She kills card soldiers and doesn't afraid of anything. How's that for a reference?
Your knife is necessary, but not sufficient. Always collect what's useful. Reject only your ignorance, and you may survive.
Okay, so we get that good old knife again, but this is the fastest attack we've got. So unlike Madness Returns, where it is definitely a character action, beat 'em up stuff,
Everyone seems completely dejected. Are things
This
really
does not
as
rely
bad
on
as all
that.
The truth would reduce you to a blubbering baby. Are you the savior Rabbit has been telling us about all this time?
I shouldn't think so. I'm a person. And just now, I wish to get very small. About this big.
Calls for serious twisting. You'll need to go sideways, not forward. If I knew how, I'd go sideways myself.
Not twisted, small. I wish to become about this big.
The fortress adores holds such secrets, but it will take more than a wish to get inside.
Doors have locks. Locks need keys, which you don't have. Let's hope the doors are open.
And if not, there may be more than one way to skin a cat, if you'll pardon the expression.
Most unpleasant metaphor. Please avoid it in future.
I really do like the voice acting though. Cat's voice acting is great. Yeah, so this is the problem. You have sort of a target reticle, and it's better to throw your knife than to actually attack with it. Which is sort of hinted at by the control scheme, being that you use the triggers for your attacks, although you can use the face buttons for that. But it's very clearly designed to be a minimal button setup, so that you could use mouse and keyboard for this, because the aiming is kind of difficult.
By the way, some don't recognize it when they do. Some don't ever want to.
Rabbit told us a champion would come. Are you that champion?
Perhaps. Can you get me inside the Fortress of Doors?
Oh no, I wouldn't dare. Since the upheaval, we've all become gutless halfwits. I can barely risk crossing the road. But make your way to the mines, the deepest pit. There's one wiser and braver than myself who might help. He still lives free.
Now, I don't know enough about how games are made to tell you exactly.
As a first step, try to put true even here.
I don't know enough about how games are made to tell you exactly how this works, but I can say that I've seen this art style over and over and over again from games of this time period, which is like I would say like the Hobbit game from this time, the Kingdoms of Amalur game, kind of stuff like that, where it's around this era of graphics that's kind of early to pre-HD. Where things are very dark, but there's like very colorful light sources that are kind of static like that. It all seems to reflect off the character, like there's a lot of greens reflecting off of her right now. Environments are fairly simple, but the character models are fairly detailed. Thought I had a... oh well. Okay.
Climbing ropes are as good as step ladders to those who know how to use them.
So this is where the game's platforming comes into play. It's not the best platforming, but it's platforming. There's quite a bit of it, and most of it isn't too bad. It's actually the combats that I find more frustrating.
Deserted place.
To benefit from your wisdom.
Even blurred vision is valued by the blind. If I were clever, would I cower in this slag heap? I'm not wise, girl. I've just grown old.
I wish to get very small, no bigger than a mouse. Do you know how I might do that?
Only that? Oh, yes. I could manage that. For a price.
I have nothing of value.
You have nerve in your health. Mine are nearly gone. I've seen too much suffering, and I smoke too much, you see.
What must I do?
In the Card Guard's compound, a particularly rough diamond holds a key. Retrieve it. I will repay the favor.
Here we go, first action segment. Ready to battle our way through the card fortress. The only disappointment to me is that there's not actually I don't know, I love minecart segments. I know that I guess some people really don't like them, but they were always my favorite part of Donkey Kong Country. I guess some people found them miserable though. Oh, there we go. Come on, there. Oh, attack him. And it's this is a slow weapon. Oh boy, there we go. Took almost all my health to chop him up. So yeah, it's a bit difficult, but it kind of works. So we'll see how I feel about doing this on a higher difficulty.
Pickup is a staple of juvenile humor, but when the deck slices and dices, it's no laughing matter.
So the deal is, you got a whole bunch of different weapons you can cycle through. Right now we just got 2 of them. We'll get more later, but the deck of cards is more like a machine gun, and the knife is obviously more of just a regular shot. So we can just hold down the button and shoot a whole bunch of cards out. Oops. Oh, so we've got 2 fires out of each of these weapons. You can hold down to repeatedly throw cards, or you can hit the alt fire to do a much more powerful, like a shotgun blast with them. I think it's also homing, at least to a certain degree. Alright, we got our key. I find the cards to be the easiest to use in the game. Whoa. And there we go. That's sort of how it works. You use it as a close range defense. Oops. But it uses up the blue meter on the right, which slowly refills over time, but not very quickly. So if I can manage to, there we go, throw the knife. Oh, and it hit the wall. Okay, wait for it to refill. There we go. Uh-oh. And chop them up. You really can't do close combat in this game. It really kind of sucks. So you have to throw the knife. The knife does much more damage when thrown. Does much less damage when used as a slashing weapon. Oops, that was not the intention. Where's that rope? There it is. The idea was to get more health, not to lose health. Oh man, what's going on? Okay, there we go. Like, I cannot impress upon anyone enough how challenging some of the basic movement controls are. It's definitely shows its age in that regard. Whoops. Oh well, I missed it. Okay. We'll just go to the next level, that's fine. I'm pretty sure health refills upon death, so it's not that big a deal. And there's not really secrets to find. There's upgrades to the weapons that you can find scattered about.
You have the key. Very resourceful.
But that's about it.
Rabbit's confidence is not misplaced. He is no fool.
I certainly hope he is not.
Use the key to free my clan from the oppressive burden they carry. Any fight against the Queen's tyranny is a good fight. They've suffered...
I'm sure I'm very sorry for them, sir. Really I am. But what about me getting small?
Now we're headed to the Fortress of Doors, the first real level, which has some pretty good level design, I will say. There's some awkward segments of it, but overall it's pretty good.
There's a school inside the fortress where you'll find certain items for creating a concoction that will make you small.
What items exactly?
The music is very similar to Midgar.
You'll know them when you see them. Speaking of seeing things, we should avoid the Cloud God's nose. Hang on. Damn it. We've been seen.
Gonna have to sneak in.
Eventually, we must break through such walls. But for now, jump!
Okay, so we're on the outskirts of the castle. We're going to... Oh, can we hit him? Oh, there we go. Nope. Oh, geez, he takes multiple hits. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So the knife is kind of a last resort when you don't have any more cards left. And the healing usually recovers both. It usually recovers both your attack meter and your health meter. And then there's these things which are just that, just the attack meter. Which is going to make a normal mode playthrough a little more difficult. Whoops! I'm bad at this game. So we gotta sneak around and up. I'm not sure what these pulsating, fleshy tentacles are. I don't think those should be in a game like this. Oh, and it's one-sided too. It's only on the outside. There's a hole going through the wall, but there's no hole on the other side. Suspicious. Okay, so one of the first upgrades is actually up here. Where we have to go is actually through that door. Oops, but I have to find a way up here. Oh, can you make it? There's some awkward places where she has a bit of trouble getting up there. All right, let's just leap. Alright, there's a card soldier there, there's a card soldier here. Let's oh. Alright, there we go. And they almost always drop health, so that's fine. There we go. So I believe this is the first one. It's an upgrade to our, is that an upgrade to our deck of cards or an upgrade to our knife? I can't tell. I didn't look at it closely enough. It may have also just been the thing that I need for the potion, but I don't remember. And then that becomes the door later on. So perhaps that tentacle on the outside is actually foreshadowing of what we're to see over here, which is that this is the door that on the outside goes inward, but on the inside goes into the castle itself proper. It's a bit of an optical illusion thing going on here, which is really cool. And we have to deal with these guys, which are kind of a huge pain in the... Yeah. Okay. Alright. Screamy monster dudes. Ah. I mean, that took most of my health. Can we grab it? There we go. Got it. So I remember there only being two of those, but I guess there's I mean, I remember there being only one of those, but I guess there's two. Yeah, we are in the actual fortress beyond the wall. Like I mentioned, this game does have a chance of falling apart, so every once in a while I will save pretty aggressively in the game to prevent that from happening. To be a little careful around here, there's lots of enemies. No. Okay. There we go. Switch back to the knife. Rinse and repeat. Die. And shoot with the... There we go. So the first step is almost always throw the knife and then use whatever else you got. Some ammo. And this is just a big health thing. No. I never really figured out what this was about. It was supposed to like make you stronger. You go demon mode. But like it's not particularly helpful. I don't know. Like, you still gotta fight more enemies. I don't really know. I never really figured that out. And then they kind of run away from you instead of coming after you. Okay, let's advance. Through the hall of doors. Oh. Anything special here that I might have missed? No. Alright. Yes. Into one of these kind of chambers. We've all seen this kind of thing in a video game before. By now. How are we going to make our way across? Oh, and of course there's going to be one of those ghosty guys somewhere, wherever the screamers. Uh-oh. No, doesn't quite work. Yes, please bring it back. I may just have to wait as it moves slowly. As this giant door flies by. Can I trigger it again? So the only thing is the mechanics are, the jump is very floaty. Whoa. That's the other thing. Okay, so the jump is kind of floaty. You have limited control over it in midair, not complete control. And every once in a while in this port of the game, for some reason, the controls will just kind of break and you'll start running in a direction you didn't mean to. It's funny, I don't remember this being so slow when I played the first time. Almost there. Almost there. Oh no, oh my god. Sometimes the controls did not respond to me, and that was one of those times. And now we got to make it back to another side. Oh, there are two of them now. Got to get rid of one of them. There's one of them. These guys are a huge pain. Oh no. Health. Oh my gosh. Okay, stop. Throw knife. Kind of have to take the hit the first time. And let's get rid of this guy. Oh, I don't think I can throw that far. Can I hit him if I get up here? Whoa. Yes, I can. I totally can. Okay. Let's get this guy. He's running away like a coward. But I need to go down here, actually. And pull the levers in the correct order.
The proper order of things is often a mystery to me. You too?
Funny coincidence. I actually got it completely perfect on my first try. Because it, oh, and I guess I could have guessed it follows that music pattern, but low, high, mid. There we go. And I think one of those screamy guys comes down here, doesn't he? Could be wrong. I guess not then. There's Mad Hatter. Yeah, you really don't want to deal with someone trying to shoot at you while you're crossing platforms in this game, because you will just be thrown right off. Oh, oops. Oh no! He got chopped in half and kept running. Oh. Okay. Come on. I never know how often this game auto-saves, so I'm going to go ahead and make a save here, down in this slot. Because the nice thing is, it will save your exact progress. There we go. Kind of a shortcut to get up there. Are there any... No, I just wanted to check and see if there were any power-ups I'm gonna miss. Oh, yes. This is the true Fortress of Doors here. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Okay, damn. Wow. Alright. I hate these spooky guys. Come on. Because they do a lot of damage right up front. Come on. Get back here. There we go. What's with this? That must be must be an error. Must be a particle effect that should have disappeared, but didn't time out. Okay, now I think this was supposed to be like a puzzle or something. I remember brute forcing it. I did not learn which door I was supposed to go in. I just went in them until it went to the right place. Oh, which I don't think is that one. There we go. I think we want the green one and not the red one. Which pops us out back out here. And we'll just... Oh, I thought we were going to be able to snipe this guy. Nope. Come here, big boy. Oh. And give me the cards. There we go. Ah, nice. Have I mentioned I'm not that great at shooter games? Oh, now there's two of them. Oops. I threw that off to the wind. Yeah, that's the real problem with these guys. They're tough to hit with a knife. It's tough to hit anything with the knife, honestly, because this is clearly meant for mouse and keyboard and not for a controller. Oh, that's one of the things. I have let go of the controller and she's still moving, so occasionally that happens.
Requires a real leap of logic.
Okay, so I got the upgrade a little early, which is fine. And let's go!